Guys, what's up? PipSnipers here, back for another update. Let's take a look at this coin called the ICX. And what I like about this coin is that it has swept the 2019 low, and this was the low before ICX did over 28x. So it actually did a 29x from the low here in 2019, and we went ahead and swept that low in 2025. So you see this could be considered your manipulation or your deviation right over here. So this could be considered your deviation or your manipulation below the macro structure. And we actually saw something very similar with Algorand. So taking a look at Algo here, you see this over here was the 2020 low, and we swept it over here, right over here, and then the price shot up. So we could be seeing something very similar on ICX, but in order to validate such a move, I would want to see a 3-day close back above 0.1062, okay, right over here, which is this low in 2019. Okay, so I want to see on the 3-day time frame a close back above this level, and for the price to stay above the 78.6% fib. So we can take a fib from this low here on April 7th up to this high here on May 5th, and these are all of the retracement levels. Okay, so I want to see, in order to validate that this over here is the bottom of the correction, I would want to see, number one, a 3-day close above 0.1062, and for the 4-hour time frame to stay above the 702 and the 786 at 0.0854 and 0.0808. Okay, we can come down to any of these retracements and then pop up. We can even come down to the 702 and 786 and pop up. But as soon as you get a 4-hour close below the 702 and the 786, then it's very likely this is not the bottom of the correction. What I also notice over here on ICX is that we do have a little bit of an inverted head and shoulders pattern. Your left shoulder, your head, and then your right shoulder. And this right shoulder can actually be a little bit more down over here, down to these retracements. But we'll see how it plays out as time progresses. But if we can do those two things, right? Getting a 3-day close above this 2019 low, and then staying above the 702 and 786, then it's very likely that ICX will see a move up towards this supply zone right over here. You see how many times the price has interacted with this level? You see how many times the price is rejected? Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times over here. I missed this level here. So yeah, 5 times we rejected at this level. So this is our macro supply zone. So if we can do those two things, then it's very likely that ICX will make its way back up to this supply zone, see a 23.6 to 38.2% correction like this, and then continue on up towards our macro fibs. So if we take a fib from the high there in 2021 down to the low in April of 2025, we would come up likely to around we'd likely come up to around 74 cent at the 61.8% fib, right around there. Okay, so something like this at the 61.8% fib. And then if we take a fib from the highest recorded price within this 800-day long range, right? This is over 800 days of range-bound price action. So if we take a fib from the highest recorded price within this range down to the lowest recorded price that we've seen, we do see that the 1.618 is right there at 73.74 cent. You can also take a look at the 1.786. So yeah, around that same level. Okay, so I'll show you guys. We have a lot of confluence at that level. Okay, there you go. 23.6% fib is right there at 81 cent on the linear scale. And then if you take a look at it on the log scale, the 618 is at 75 cents. So you see how it lines up? So that's the level we would be targeting if we can do those two things that I mentioned. Hope you guys enjoyed the ICX video. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to let me know. Peace out and take it easy. I'll see you guys in the next one.